but I won't be able to get it out of my mind. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Doomtime. I mean, Mech, normally you just hire like an actor for that, no? Maybe they didn't have the budget for it, so they just scanned the dev.
And welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago,
fuck you, Marty Stratton.
Developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters.
Too bad id makes good games.
A lot's changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most
do we know if the
core
soundtrack
of our
is
innovation, craftsmanship, and performance
is Andrew Hulshult?
Remain a priority for us.
Oh, I got no issue with Hugo. Not a fan of Marty though.
Values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise.
I just feel like Hugo's voice doesn't match his face.
To carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now,
like he looks like he should have a deep booming voice, but he doesn't.
This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is
it's a Doom game.
2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise,
it's a prequel.
Then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with
Doom Eternal fans in shambles.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom
I like
Eternal.
the shield. Parry.
And
parry and stagger mechanic?
Projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again. Just like in the classic
like
game.
That.
But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. Yup. Parry.
Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press.
Ooh, it like stuns him too? That's pretty cool.
It's a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
That's a good tagline. I like that. I like what I'm seeing so far.
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head-to-head with some of the biggest...
I don't dislike Doom Eternal, but many people will know I'm not the world's biggest Doom Eternal fan. To me, this looks like a very good like compromise.
How about an iron flail?
Like it definitely looks like it's gonna be skill-based, but maybe not so like limiting in the way that Doom Eternal is.
That's right. We have
I know even just saying that is gonna have Doom Eternal fans in my comments.
Complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally awesome.
Mad that I called it limiting.
Finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system.
Love that.
From any angle,
huge.
In and out as you see fit, and it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde.
That's just a good quality of life change right there.
And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
It looks so like heavy. I like that. Just weighty animations.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns, and Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Man, it looks like the enemy counts are really juiced.
Ancient,
But it kind of looks like they are giving you the tools to deal with it too. They got rid of glory kills? No, they didn't. They just made them like completely contextual. Like they don't lock you into an animation anymore.
That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark
Big
Ages.
environments too, it looks like. Certainly like bigger arenas than Doom Eternal. This almost looks like Vermintide or something. Am I crazy? Like environmentally. And the parry. Man, it looks cool. You like the lock animations, but it's not a big deal? I mean, it feels like, as cool as they were, that was sweet. As cool as they were, it kind of feels like it, like a little bit stunts the flow of combat, right? I mean, they're certainly cool looking, but I like that it doesn't take you out of the flow of combat when you want to do a glory kill. For me, it's a good change. I guess I can see the other side, though.
And under the hood, for the first
I think
time in an id game,
the real thing is that for me, Doom is not about.
ever before,
It's not about the spectacle or the aesthetic, right? It's about the gameplay.
And challenge the game to
but I know not everyone agrees with that.
You can slow things down or
Saw them as
speed
pockets
up.
of rest.
It's a Doom for all slayers.
I guess.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas.
Okay.
It's the size of a building. It's powerful. And you can
Welcome
beat
back,
giant
Titanfall.
Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either.
I'm with you,
They have a
Deathmech.
full
That's how I
abilities
feel.
and
But I know there are definitely like Doom
The power
aesthetical
fantasy is
purists
unlike
out there.
anything we've made it in, and the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Sorry, I mean this is my reaction to it.
Fans of single-player action games
So you're gonna get my thoughts over the videos sometimes,
So
but
we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom.
yeah,
the
you can
Dark
always
Ages.
just rewatch later.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond.
I can turn it up too if the volume's an issue.
Unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw.
Yeah, I think I'll
you're gonna
probably post
cut,
this to YouTube
leap,
and open myself up to the
and
ire of
smash
Doom
your way through
fans.
environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom the Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls.
I love the
Seeking out
environment
targets and enemy
design.
formations along the way.
It definitely, it looks
To
like
engage
Vermintide
with as you
to me.
see fit.
I can't get that out of my
Any
head.
gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever.
Yeah, these
in Doom.
huge battlefields are
Discovering
sweet.
secret caves and dungeon-like mines.
Like, it's gonna
Search
feel
of
really
vital
good to just
resources.
rip and tear through like 1,000 enemies in a
control
battlefield.
the pace.
Like, you cannot tell me that's not gonna be
Where
sweet.
you go, who you fight, and the
It's kind of like a
objectives you pursue.
Cuphead parry almost.
It's a Doom
Water section?
sandbox
It didn't look too
full of
bad.
lore and riches.
The controls at
Once
least
you've
look
broken
smooth.
The enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Get in the mech suit! Oh man, it's the icon of sin, bro.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll
Okay.
feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend,
Justice for Mick Gordon.
the story of Doom the Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line.
The music sounds good,
and
though.
You are the star of the show.
No hate to
Your
the new
power
people
is
doing the
coveted
soundtrack,
by
but
your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer
unfortunately, I will
imprisoned at the
not
start
be
of
able
our
to. They
story,
did say who
the
made it, but
balance of
the
power
name didn't ring a bell to
between
me.
good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Perfect entry point for new
Dude, we don't
players.
care about the story,
It's
bro.
easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring
Okay,
new characters,
like that.
old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the
I way
Slayer's
prefer
legend.
them just doing cutscenes to what they did in Doom Eternal, which is where you have to stand and just listen to the fucking voice memos.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it
Dude,
was
these
to make.
these shots of
And
them
make
just in the
something
studio are so
that's good
corny. I'm
enough to
sorry, I
become
just can't
the
get over
best
it.
game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases,
May? Is that what they said? Let's go! May 15th! That's so soon! That's awesome. Okay, yeah, that looked good. That was exciting. They're going to the cafeteria? I don't know about you, Marty, but I need a snack.
Cannot move.
I've heard 2016 was better, but I don't know. I need to play it. I would say that the opinions on that are
Feel like
just
the
about a
super weapon in the
50-50.
Center of a medieval war against hell.
I think both games are good and worth playing.
All of Azel's powers
I
are
preferred
designed
some
around
aspects of
textile wrappings
2016 and I
steady
preferred
figures.
some aspects
The
of
combat
Eternal.
system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling
Is this it? Are we just doing like a...
Our reactive
Just
turn-based
recapping
system
what we
has
just saw?
real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
I'm 50-50 on 2016 Eternal. I mean, that's kind of how I feel too. I mean, this was definitely a quality over quantity type showcase. I mean, probably the least interesting thing to me was the JRPG. And South of Midnight is still, like, jury's out. It looks cool, but hard to say. But Ninja Gaiden and Doom Dark Ages both looked awesome. Very exciting. Thanks for watching, chat.